Okay, welcome back, everyone. We found a Tiv.
Hi.
So now we finally have everyone, and we can continue on our strange adventures.
Yeah.
Into the desert wasteland.
I feel like we need one of those, what are they called, pheromones? It's like,
Whenever I'm thinking about like crazy desert wasteland travel, I imagine a bad 80s movie called Planet of the Dinosaurs. It had the best sci-fi meets like wasteland music for traveling. Because it was space people.
In the 70s, it couldn't have been that
It was
good.
80s, thank you very much. And it was people crash landing on a planet of the dinosaurs. But they were like bad, like incorrect dinosaurs.
Okay.
They've got doggo love today.
I did.
So,
Big doggo.
what do you guys want to do?
We're ready. I give everybody the face mask I crafted. I put the suit on. Oh, do I have to take off my armor? Put the suit on?
You have to get naked.
Yes, it does count as armor.
Alright, I'll take off my armor and put on that. It only should be like 10 minutes because it's light
Is it light armor? Isn't it like a minute?
it's
let
scale
me...
mail, so it's light armor. So it's a
Oh,
minute
yeah.
I
It's like
put on the
5.
other one. But whatever. So I'll take it off and put it on. We got water in the back of holding. I think we're ready. I'm like walking around this suit and it's like. Okay.
You have to talk like that for the rest of the time.
Is there a better way to communicate with him?
She does inform you
Mm-hmm.
the other discs inside that bag you have.
There's a common thing you should when I asked her about them.
Right, they're communicators. There's one built into the suit.
Oh.
Hello.
Like you press like a button on your palm, and
Okay.
You
Alex
have a
just turned
disc
on.
on your palm.
well, no, for you press a button on the palm and it
I
activates
was like, okay.
the comm.
Like, is this working? I mean, how am I supposed to know if it's working? Can you guys speak back?
It
What
works.
is this?
I'll hand out the other comm sets. You know.
Yeah.
Did she tell us how to use them?
There's a button in the middle of it that activates it.
We just
You
have
can't
it
talk
on
to
all the
you guys.
time.
How many do we have?
5.
Yeah, I
Do
think
we
I
have
have
5?
enough for everybody.
Yeah.
And I have one in the suit, so
Yeah.
we have an extra one right now.
So
We
everybody
give
has
one to
then,
patches so you can order patches around.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you just put it in
Patches.
like we'll mount it next.
It
to
has like a necklace.
Well, you and you can tape down the button.
So it's
Well, actually, no,
always
the
on.
button.
In the future, I can't have it like where it's on.
Well, actually, no, the button only works but needs to be pressed when you're speaking.
Yeah, so it doesn't need to be
But
on.
Patches doesn't need to be speaking.
Yeah, so you don't need to tape down the button.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Unless Patches somehow learns to talk.
So like, probably go beep. Rimbi, can you hear?
You can hear.
Oh, I know. I figured I could.
Yeah.
I'm not just.
What?
He's just gonna look around, not answer. I'm just joking. Yes, I can hear you.
Jerk.
Okay.
I guess we believe you.
You guys first, and me and Patches will follow. Since Patches is even larger now because it has a giant battery on its back. So.
I mean, you two are going to be the least affected by this storm outside. You sure you want us to go first?
Okay, I can go first. So me and Patches will go up first.
And you can drop.
I haven't seen the actual sandstorm because they came
Yeah.
right back down.
Yeah.
You can actually drop your character on the elevator.
No, where is... Oh.
It's at the very top of the map.
Yeah, it took me a second to find it.
Alright, Patches.
Yeah,
Alright, the
you're gonna
elevator's
have
a little should be a little bit bigger, right?
No, that seems fine.
Why?
Give me a second.
Okay, what?
Give me a second.
Hi.
Move you for a
There's more than
second.
one Rimbi.
Too many Rimbi.
Rimbis have multiplied. We're doomed.
Can I cast magic in this thing?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I got it too. Ah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Patches looking kind of flat there.
Patches. What happened to you, Patches?
Ah. Dang it.
Oh, rip Patches. He's been pancaked.
Oh.
No, you don't have to worry about that because I can just pull it back out.
Yeah, well, I was trying to resize him here, and then you moved him.
Yeah, but like, you shrink. Why are you making him smaller?
Just for this map here.
Okay.
Because this map is not 5-foot squares.
Oh no! Now he's tiny.
Oh God! Why did you do that? You could just double the size of the map
Yeah.
instead of. All right. Are there a bunch of dead bodies in front of this elevator?
Yes, actually.
We didn't hang around long enough for that one.
No,
Yeah,
we saw
you
the
didn't
sandstorm.
get a
and
chance to
Cinder was
see
like,
it.
Boop.
Yeah.
Because
Cinder
yeah,
did
you guys
not give
ran
anyone
away,
like
couldn't-
any option. She was like, nope.
Whoop.
Nope.
Sand's blowing in. I can't see anything. We're going back down.
So, whoop.
You made so much work, so much harder for you. You should just double the size of the map.
Shit.
I'm big again. I'm huge. Oh no.
Damn it. There. Where's the rest of you guys?
I haven't dragged myself onto board. Let me do that. Whoop, whoop. I'm giant.
No. Giant Wrekyur. Giant. Oh nope. Never mind.
Whoa, this is a huge map.
Yes.
Wrekyur's 100 feet away.
Wow.
It's a huge elevator. Holy shit.
Okay,
And we couldn't
everything's
fit
not
all
to
of us
perfect
in.
scale, okay?
100-foot wide elevator. Only Patches and you can fit in at once. We've been putting on some weight.
Everyone's not to 100% scale.
We know. You just give me a hard time.
I know. Stop it.
No.
Okay, stop dragging that around. Anyway. Okay.
And
The
that
winds-
was Tantus's review of the 1980s movie Dragons in the Desert or whatever it was
No,
called.
Alex said Planet of the Dinosaurs, and I was doing Girl from Ipanema, which is a reference to Deep Rising, which is a 90s movie. Thank you very much.
The winds have died down a bit.
Okay. I want to take the time while I go up first. I only need a minute, and I want to grab a rock off the ground, and I'll start chanting. And I'm infusing it with cure light wounds. I was playing Pathfinder last night. Sorry. Cure wounds.
Acceptable.
And I'll infuse it with cure wounds. So, and when I get a chance, I'm going to give it to Wrekyur as soon as he gets up.
So you're saying it's a rock that can heal people?
It's a rock that, while my magic is still prevalent, I think it's only good for 8 hours or something like that. He can like summon my magics, so he doesn't. I don't need to be touching him. I want to. I mean,
That's not allowed.
Brother!
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you all make it back up to the surface. And the winds have died very low now. It seems the main storm has passed at the moment. But soon as you're outside, well, other than you, because you're comfy in your environmental suit,
It's very nice.
everyone not wearing one can feel the intense heat of the 3 suns that are overhead.
Is it worse than the forge?
Yes!
Okay.
Maybe we can take cover underneath the 50-foot tall skeletons.
Damn.
These giants of the past!
Like I said, not everything is to scale. Anyway.
Okay, so
I just didn't
Wrekyur-
want to make the map super giant. So you'd have to scroll so much.
I mean, yes. So these just like bones outside here?
Yes.
I'm gonna use
They're covered in sand.
I guess I will use the... What am I carrying right now? It's the... Give me a second to figure out which one I was using out of our... The Staff of Paranoia. I've been using just as like a walking stick, and I'm gonna kind of like just poke some of the bones out of it just to see if we can see anything on them. Or how old
The
they are.
undead army rises.
No,
Roll for initiative.
they're completely bleached, and actually when you poke one of them, it starts to crumble a little bit.
Can I try to do like a medicine or something or some kind of check to see what they might have been, like creature wise?
Why does it matter, you racist?
Here. I'm just gonna do this. You can give me
What? Whoa, Patches!
Oh no, he's giant
Like
again.
an investigation.
give me a medicine.
Patches is hundreds of feet large now.
Jesus, Pat.
The magic's in this world.
Well, no, I for right now, just to make it easier to move around, I put back everything to 5-foot squares.
Okay, so there's like the initial area around.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like halflings, guys. They're tiny. They're not very big at all.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
Like,
give me
they're like 2.5 feet. they're gnomes.
Or gnomes.
Dead
Actually,
gnomes.
they seem to be gnomes.
Was Fador like a gnomist? Like, does he only like gnomes?
Yes, judging on my experience with him.
In actuality, he wasn't a gnomist because he also liked dwarves. For sexy
Yeah.
time reasons. According to our adventure.
Cinder was the only dwarf.
Was it a
gnome.
dwarf
No.
or was it a
Cinder's not.
human you ended
She's
up
half-elf.
with, Fedor?
I
you
forget,
were a
to be
dwarf.
honest.
No, Cinder's half elf, half gnome.
Yeah.
That's an odd coupling, size-wise.
Well, when you live in a freaking 2,000-year-old city that's 99.9% all gnomes, and you don't want to play a gnome character, you have to make things work, okay?
And you look around, and there's a human and a cat purse. All right.
He
So,
likes his belly rubbed.
Alice, I'm gonna hold out the tablet. Point us to the way.
Straight ahead.
I'll
Um,
take I guess I'll walk parallel to Patches, like a little back in case there's a turn or something. But since he's leading the way, I'll kind of like not take. The
well,
front.
I'll walk in front of you, and then we can walk next to Patches or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're cramped on space. We don't have to go single file on this, but, you know. I mean, this looks ominous as hell right here. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
so yeah. Well,
Probably.
What are you doing?
You can also see giant black marks in the desert.
so I believe what can I surmise that the black marks are where the weapon was fired?
Yeah,
Alice.
it most likely that is remnants of where the desert was scorched.
So is this world completely inert now? Is it not possible for life to come back?
There are lichen and mosses in some of the caves in the area, but the ground is outside is pretty much nothing but sand now.
It sounds like we should hurry.
Yes.
Also, all of you who aren't in a life suit does notice the air is very thin. Well, yeah, you don't breathe.
So you don't notice that the air is thin.
Unless you
But the
try to
other
Beautiful
talk.
day
If
out.
you try to talk, you have to breathe.
The other 3 people notice.
I guess.
There's not a lot of oxygen, and the atmosphere itself seems rather thin.
So it's both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what can we expect on this trip, Alice?
Well, you're fine.
Yeah, because
You have oxygen.
Well, yes. It was rather pleasant to have such a nice suit. It's actually not that bad out here. As we're walking, we're just heading towards that direction. We
There's
got
a hog
hours
that's
walking.
for
Yeah.
Really, this suit is amazing. I don't feel the heat at all.
Oh, it sucks.
I mean, you work in a bakery. You should be used to heat.
Oven heat? Where you open it for a little bit and then you're done? Not like
Wait,
Even
wait,
the
wait, wait.
even
Do you think
Wrekyur-
that we have those type of ovens in fantasy worlds? It's not like a
Hey.
bread oven.
it's gnomes. We had freaking cyberpunk, not cyberpunk. It's steampunk
Steampunk.
oven. We had steampunk ovens. All right,
No,
you
it's
don't know.
cyberpunk. It's cyberpunk.
It is now.
Even Wrekyur, who works in a forge,
He's
is
like, "It's
feeling
hot."
the heat. You're used to one sun. There's 3 glaring down at you.
Well, I mean, not all sons are created equally. Just ask my mom.
Or daughters.
All right, so we're just gonna trek forward, direct, go straight to where because they're uncomfortable. I'm assuming Wrekyur at this point has already taken off half his clothes.
What made you think I had them on?
I mean, if you start stripping, you Cinder blushes. Anyway, let's go. We leave.
I mean, I blush.
There is occasional wind bursts. And sand moves
moving
around.
sand. Yeah, this moving sand. That's not creepy.
Well, the sand's blowing in the wind.
It could be living sand for all we know. It's a sand swarm. Living sand in a swarm.
That would suck. A sandstorm. I got this sandstorm in my ass crack.
Sand.
It's sand. It
and
always
rough.
gets in your butt crack.
It gets everywhere.
As the Floridian, I think I have the authoritative voice on sand here. Yeah, so just trek forward. That's all we can do, right? At this point, unless we see some signals or anything that's like
you can continue moving forward. You're moving slowly. The sand is a hard trudge.
What direction are we moving? I always know
South?
north.
You're moving south.
Okay. Cool. All right.
The wind starts to pick up a little bit more, but not quite as intense. And there's gusts here and there. The people who aren't in life suits can, feel like the sting of the sand here and there when the big gusts happen.
I hate this place.
Cintra's not a beach person.
Exfoliating.
I mean, I feel sorry for the cat. That's a lot of fur to have sand in. I'm just saying.
Khajiit feels at home.
The warm sands of Khajiit's home.
Yes.
So as you move forward, you do notice, as the sands blow, you see a metal protrusion sticking up over here.
Oh my.
I mean, how big is it?
It's a protrusion.
Well, we're back in. I put it back to 5-foot squares for size.
So it's only
references.
10 feet wide? That's not that big.
Dang, Sindra. Sindra's getting judgy. Sindra doesn't like being hot. Can we check it out? Can we?
Yeah.
I'll ask. Alice. Can you tell me what that is? Are you able to see that? Are you able to use sensors of some sort?
I can see through your eyes.
That's not creepy at all.
Really creepy. When you say things like that, don't broadcast them.
Well, unless you have her out.
I don't have her out, to be honest.
So I was gonna say, unless you're holding the pad out, you just hear that in your head.
Yeah, he still would be like, "Don't broadcast comments like that." That's rather odd.
That appears to be a propulsion unit off of one of the ships.
Would it be something to aid us? Would we be able to activate it and ride it or some sort?
It doesn't appear to be attached to a ship.
Okay. Rocket chair. Just say. My brother has a rocket hammer. Can we hook it up to his hammer?
God, no. No.
It's just a rocket engine on a stick.
So I'll relay that to the group. It seems to be some kind of vehicle propulsion device, kind of like sails, but
can we use it?
No, it has to be attached to a
Let's
ship. Get
the hell out of here. It gets hot and sandy.
Yes, Sindra. We
You
keep
guys are
pressing forward south.
Yeah, you guys who do need to actually drink and stuff probably want to stop for a moment and partake. You're feeling very parched. You're profusely sweating.
How large is this actual proposal? Like, could we take shade in it? Right, it's the only thing that provides shade in this area.
It, looking at it, it does seem to be non-functional. There is to get inside.
I mean, you haven't really described like how actually big is it? What kind of ship are we talking about? Like a Star Destroyer, or are we talking about like an F-16 engine? Like it's totally different.
It's off a spaceship, but it's not immensely huge.
All right, so
it is the size it is actually. It's like
okay, so it's only 10 feet, so we can't get inside. It would be an oven at that time. A metal oven. All right. So yeah, can I drink in my suit?
Well, you're not feeling the heat and everything.
Yeah, I know. I'm just curious.
Everybody else who's sweating their asses off out here while we stand around talking it.
All right, let's go.
She goes, there is water available if need be. Are you feeling thirsty?
No, I was just curious.
Okay. Okay, so you continue moving. Actually, that's great. Change that. That should go to its original size.
Oh.
That's actually
Heyo. Heyo.
You see a rather large looking cog
That's
in
a
the
big horse
middle
cog.
of the desert here.
How
Oh, I
big
see
of
a
a
ship over
forge
here,
did they
too.
have to make this?
Yes,
This must have been from a giant horse.
It's a
But-
Star Forge.
when you're looking at it, there's ports on the side of it, and it's about 50 feet thick.
Okay, 50 feet thick. It's a building. So we just see a wall of gear. We don't even see a gear.
Yeah.
We just see a wall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're on top of it. Like,
It's
don't
pushed
fall.
into the desert. Yeah, if you're going on top, you can look down, but you can see like the outlines of portals on the sides of the gear.
Portals. What do you mean by that? Portals.
Like portholes, kind of.
Okay, because you have portals and
Not
portholes.
portals, portholes.
Like
Port-
it's portals.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, portals, like teleportation. All right, let's do this.
Everyone pick a different one and jump
Not
in.
again.
Wow, this is a massive gear. Can we look at the runic? It looks like it has runes in, right? And does it actually have that, or is that just a stock image?
It's a stock image.
Okay. This is crazy. This is the size is enormous.
At this point, though, you hear a loud, thunderous sound coming from above.
Sounds like our good weather is going away.
Does a red eye open?
No.
No. Reference to another game.
And you start hearing like a roaring sound and feel air pushing down.
I mean, we're obviously gonna look up.
Yes.
And what do we see?
You see a ship descending.
Please say it's like a boat. Oh, no. That'd be really cool if it was like
An
a sailboat.
airship appears.
Yes.
Hammer at the ready.
Alice, can you identify that? Can you identify any markings on it? Is it friend or foe?
I'm not familiar with this build.
I'll just say that. I'll say it to the group. Alice has no idea what it is, and I will pull out the laser gun.
It proceeds to land. Wait a second.
Should I run up and hit it?
Yes.
Why run? Rocket.
And it's kicking up sand like crazy as it lands.
Good thing we have goggles and face masks on.
Yeah. Your skin, any exposed skin though, is definitely getting buffered.
I mean, poor Wrekyur is just gonna be all new skin.
Sand burn.
I mean,
I'm gonna be soft as a baby.
it feels great.
Oh,
I feel completely fine. All the calluses
Everyone
for
take
the years.
1 point of damage as the sand stings into you. Except you.
Does Patches take 1 damage?
Yeah,
He's a metal man.
Metal though, but
Patches does take a point of damage. He's not designed for this kind of buffering. He's getting sandblasted.
I mean, that's
It's
just gonna take his
scratching
paint
him up.
off.
I mean, no. To be fair, that's worse for a mechanic to have sanded gears and shit.
You hear the engines die down. And
He's drinking his own urine right now.
Sorry, this hydration fluid is so delicious.
Recycle.
It's a ship. Alice doesn't recognize it or the markings. I don't know if it's friend or foe.
It's also very blurry.
It's moving really fast. It's phasing in and out of reality as you watch it.
It's a quantum ship.
Oh, so we're at Star Trek. All right. All right. I'm okay with this.
Time to beat him up.
Are you guys doing anything at the moment?
I'm just hiding behind patches.
Still waiting to hit something.
Okay. A panel slides up on the side over here.
Right next to the dead body?
And a small figure comes out.
I'm going to guess gnome-sized small.
No,
That's
it's
a really
not.
colorful looking gnome.
Oh, God. What is that? It's a salamander.
It's not
Kill
a gnome.
Kill it! We just went to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy universe. Guys.
You
Okay.
see a small amorphic creature come out of the ship.
Not broadcasting. I'm going to say, Alice, can you identify what that is?
I believe that is an ambioid. It's a human-like creature.
Are they hostile normally? Are they aggressive? Are they peaceful?
They're just like any other person. It depends on who they are.
I will.
They weren't
broadcast out
part
to
of the
group.
Mistress's army, if that's what you're concerned of.
They weren't, you said?
No.
Okay, so I will broadcast out. This seems to be a new life form that we have yet to meet. This is called an ambioid. It was not part of the Mistress's army. I don't know where it stands with us.
It's
Still
a
holding the
blob
hammer ready.
thing. If anyone should talk to it, it should be Rimbi, because it might not speak our language.
Oh, Rimbi doesn't want to speak.
He's about 4 feet tall.
Excuse me, that's not appropriate. Press the kneecap him. No.
Rocket kneecap.
You see it turn back into its ship and say something, but it sounds like.
Oh, great. Another campaign where we can't talk to the creatures.
Well,
Alice, translate.
It doesn't. Alice, can you understand it?
I understood.
What? Are you being sarcastic, Alice?
I
I did not
understood
like
it as
it.
well as you did. I am
you're
not
getting
fluent
fast.
in their native language.
I need to do a memory wipe on this bitch. I'll just comment back and go, Syndra, I cannot speak. Alice doesn't translate for me. I don't know what it's saying.
Well, I can't cast spells to learn people's languages.
It looks over at you guys and kind of moves its head to the side.
By the way, I'm walking forward.
You're freaking half naked.
It turns. He turns yellow.
I stop.
Oh, it's peeing! It's peeing!
Put the weapon away. Put both hands up.
Go ahead.
I just assumed yellow is possible danger.
You think it's being cautious.
I'm gonna sit down.
It looks at you and forms a human's kind of face.
Hmm.
I don't like this thing.
Yeah.
And then it goes, in common. I wasn't expecting anyone else on this planet.
Wait, that's what you sound like? You look like a Jello blob. You sound like that? No, come on, Joe. Come on. Or you not or something.
What are you
I
doing
honestly wasn't
here?
expecting anything. I have no idea
Trying
what's
to
going on.
leave.
Rimbi, you talk. You know.
Oh God, I am not the.
It takes a step up around the skeleton.
Around the friggin' dead body. We're just trying to leave. We're a little lost.
Yes, we came here from another place. We have no means of getting off world except for looking for any type of working airship. That's where we're heading, to the south. Alice, can you give me approximate coordinates? That's creepy.
Working here? This place has been desolate for I don't even know how long.
A millennia. But I mean, we don't really have an option. We didn't come here on a ship. We came through a portal.
It looks at you even more puzzled and turns a shade of purple.
The color
It's
of
becoming-
arousal.
It's becoming a royal creature.
Mortal.
Yes. I'll look to the rest of the group, and I'll be like, how? Yes, a portal. Is there a way to like do like quiet comms, like whisper kind of thing?
With these, no, they
okay.
they can't. They obviously when they talk to you, it's quiet to you.
Yeah,
'Cause of your suit,
but to them, it's out loud.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll say in Gnomish. I don't know if it knows Gnomish, but I'll say in Gnomish. I'll be like, how much information do we want to give others?
It looks at you for a second, and its face moves to a gnomish kind of face. It says in gnomish now, "I do now," or "I do now."
Oh, good. Now it's speaking like Rimbi.
Looks at you.
Are you a creature that's interested in knowledge?
I am interested in profit.
Well, knowledge, a profit can be attained through knowledge, correct?
Some knowledge, yes.
We hold secrets that are probably unknown to almost everybody in this multi-world system.
In our
If you help,
galaxy.
if that's what it's called. If you help us, We'll give you some information. We know of a working place on this planet.
The old ruined base?
I will not say anything further until you decide to help us.
How
That's
many
just
of
a
you
myth.
are there?
Of my kind or aboard my
Here.
ship?
Ship, I guess.
I have a crew of 4.
Guys, we could kill them. Just take the trip.
We don't know how
I
to
was
use the
thinking
ship.
we're not saying this, but that's what I was thinking.
There's no way we'd be able to fly the ship. We don't know anything about. Well, Alice.
She's
doesn't
not
know what the
familiar
ship-
with this ship.
Yeah, she doesn't know what the ship was.
I mean,
Yet
we
integrate
wouldn't
with the
have to kill
mainframe.
all of them.
Look, if you want to ride, it's not free.
I just told you what we would pay you.
Yes, information on something that is a fairy tale. That may be useful. We came here to scavenge from this world. If you want to help us, I can take you to at least the nearest port.
In my suit, I'll go, Alice. Before we left the base, I'm assuming that's where we were. You scanned the surface of the planet. Could you direct us to where the most valuable resources could be attained?
I'm no longer attached to the sensor array.
Oh, I know, but she scanned earlier. She doesn't just lose that data, did she?
I
Like-
scanned for life forms.
Damn it, Alice.
I told you my
Yes,
sensors
I
are
understand.
only my senses only went so far.
Question: if we were able to that ship, if I was able to get on it, would you be able to integrate and use their sensors?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I'll look to the group and I'll go, well, I would be willing to help. I'm rather known for creating and, well, taking apart things. And my brother here, as you could probably tell from the massive hammer, is really good at removing things.
We don't have much time. This world's going to enter the anti-magic zone in less than a day.
There
Sounds
should
like
be
we
a
better
wrecked
get
ship
working.
nearby.
When that happens, we won't be able to leave.
Yes. Well, okay. You don't know about our battery, bitch. I'll say, well, we did see some wreckage.
I was
Alice.
going to investigate this gnome ship here.
Okay, if that's what you want, you are in charge.
As it points to the giant gear in the sand.
Wait, that's a ship. What? Okay. What do you want us to do?
When you hear this, Banner, you're getting flashes in your head of arriving here in Fador's master ship. You think so? There's normally no specific codes to get in. It's you have to just you have there's several entrance points on each of the cogs. or each of the teeth of the cog. And there's some, you believe there's an access point in the center as well on the top.
I muted earlier and I don't think I've said much, at least. I probably said some things which were muted. Yay! The background stuff just gets me muting it. I gotta have a button for that. I'm so forget it. If I had a button, I'd forget it. Anyway. I think I can access this, maybe, and check it out.
I would also ask Alice for any information on this gear thing.
I believe there are reports on each of the teeth of the gear, but they do seem to be buried. There may be an access port on the top.
I'm going to go to the area where I think there might be an access port and try to, I guess, perceive around, see what I can see.
What did you...
Okay, give me a perception check.
7.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna try to perceive as well,
Yeah.
based off of Alice's directions.
Amboid's coming up as well. Nope.
Can I investigate where Banner's looking?
Yeah, it's right in the center of the gear.
Does anyone need me to smack a spot open?
Maybe. We'll let you know, Wrekyur. I guess it depends on what kind of shape this is in. If we can find
Does
it.
17 get anything?
Okay, 17 will, and also... Okay. Yeah, you're the only one who notices it. There seems to be under some sand. A handle-shaped kind of object that has like a divot, and you can see the outside of a port where some of the sand seems to be sinking in a little.
I guess I'll dig it away.
Yeah, it looks like you could cup your hand underneath the handhold.
It's a door handle.
I'll try to lift.
Give me a strength check.
Is this pretty much the Star Wars The Force Awakens scene where it's just like a dark interior and like doom 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 and a small opening and a shallow silhouette?
Takes you a second, but it finally releases, and it seems like it can swivel.
But like, sort of like turn.
Yeah.
I'll turn.
Okay, it seems to lock into a place. And you hear a click, but nothing opens yet.
I'll try pulling up on it.
It doesn't move any further higher.
Does it look like a panel that would slide, or?
The amboid looks at you and goes, "Try pushing down."
I'll try pushing.
It pushes into place, and the circular panel at the top of the ship swivels open.
I will take a look. What do I see?
Well, at that point, we're going to break actually here.
Mm-hmm.
And we will check out the ship once we return.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Be back in a second, folks.